But now we're going to move on to Tim. Tim Gawert is another first-time submission, I'm pretty sure. And his song is called Coming Back Home. And I can't wait to see what he has for us.
Like a river flows through rock, sticks, and stones, I've been trying to find my way home again. Got lost along the way, trying to find a place that I could finally feel whole again. And I know where I've been, and now I finally know where I'm going. I'm coming back home again, coming back home again.
Wow.
Dark nights and days that I tried to hide was a hope that got me through and finally brought me back to you. And I know where I've been, and now I finally know where I'm going. I'm coming back home again, coming back home again. Coming back
Incredible.
I'm coming back home again. I'm finally home again. Coming back.
Wow.
And every storm I ever weather, everything that ever mattered, always led me right back to you. Found every road was just a lesson and never worth any obsession, 'cause home was always right here inside. I'm coming back home again, coming back home again. Coming back home. I'm coming back home again. I'm finally home again. Coming back home. We're coming back home again. We're coming back home again. We're coming back home. We're coming back home again. We're finally home again. We're coming back home.
Wow. Look at that stereo image. It's beautiful. Caesar says he felt mono compatibility problems on the acoustic guitar. I felt that too. And that's why I checked the phase meter. And the phase meter says that we're both wrong. Basically, the phase meter, the correlation indicates phase cancellations that happen between, the mids and the sides, or the left and the right channel. And there's zero of that happening at all. It's rare that I see such a mono-compatible mix that is this wide. It's actually a joy to see. And my guess would be that if we listen to this in mono, it also works fantastic. Yeah. Like, it works amazing in mono. I quickly switched this little toggle here to double check that, and I basically lost not a single instrument. I lost a bit of reverb, of course, which is natural when you're going from a stereo to a mono setup. But I mean, this is, like, in terms of stereo width, this is as good as it gets. Also in terms of mono compatibility, this is as good as it gets. 10 out of 10 for me. The songwriting also 10 out of 10. Voice 10 out of 10. Hits all my boxes, like really right up my alley. So pleasuring and so pleasurable to listen to. But I do feel, this is another thing that Caesar and Keith brought up, that the kick drums and the drums basically as an entirety took a bit too much of a back foot compared to the bass. So there was even a suspicion that this was mixed by a bass player, and I can see where this is coming from. There's definitely a heavy emphasis towards the bass. But then again, this entire production is so high quality that I almost think it's a matter of taste. Like, who says that the drums always have to be the most prominent thing in the low frequency spectrum? Maybe the bass is far more important, and having the drums more prominent would actually overemphasize the rhythmic element, which is really not that important here in this piece, right? The bass has much more of an important job, also melodically, as a counterpoint, right, compared to the drums. So maybe the drums are just a filler and are, treated as a filler in the mix, and then it's the perfect decision. Again, maybe genre specific, as Ron is exactly pointing out. When you're reaching this level of mixing, when you're this good at it, then so many things that were set in stone before suddenly become a matter of taste. That's true for so many things. You see it in so many sports and so many other things that the greatest tend to do things that often were considered to be bad or not right, and they just become masters at it. And I think this is something that Tim has demonstrated quite beautifully in this mix. So I don't want to stand to criticize it. I think this is a masterpiece and a submission that really stands on its own. We don't get many like this on this show.